Because it's like, everybody doesn't get the chance to walk away. So I'm like, yeah, Tulsa walks away, and the movie, and it just goes to show you that a lot of times people take advantage of things because it's like when you have an advantage of information in a situation, it sort of puts other people who don't have the acknowledging advantage in a situation as hostage. Like a lot of times you don't even have to be hostage to be hostage, because a lot of times information is being given, whereas in some other people are left in the dark. Others are very aware of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And Tulsa's situation, she sneaks out and no one's aware. But one thing about her character is like she's always up trying to find a way out of this situation. Like, if she didn't know, she was always trying to find a way, to see if possibly, there was some hope, in the situation. Like, okay, so is this an exit route? Is this an exit route? Is this an exit route? Because a lot of times, so many times in life, people, confine your mind that everything is a trap. Everything's a trap. But, she's steady looking for an escape route, So it's like the minute it seems like everything is just like flawed, like it's just a joke, she sends a message and she's like, oh yeah, so it's not real, and they're like, oh yeah, okay, so it's not real, like, even though I really don't even see why they even took her word for it, but it just goes to show you how easy it was for her to once again find a loophole in a situation and just mouse her way, quietly, and get out while she can. And she's delivering messages, she's trying to open the doors and the doors are locked, but she's steady giving off this energy like there's no need to give up, find a way out. But it's like everyone else is like sort of like being patient and just giving, oh, I'm understanding of the situation, I know what you're feeling, and she's just giving, oh no, I'm not sympathizing with this, and why should I? You know what I'm saying? And throughout the whole movie, it's like her energy is just taking a whole movie in like a whole other direction, whereas there should have been, a fear for what you're saying, like, watch your mouth, why are you acting like this? We're in a hostage situation, you should be showing a little more respect, you know what I'm saying? And she's just like, ugh, are y'all serious? We are sympathizing with someone, like as if we've been going back and forth and circling the block on this too long for someone who's needing such sympathy, for someone who's so heartfelt, just dealing with so many things. Why are we still here? You know what I mean? Like, it just gives, like, we're telling life stories to each other, we're going down memory lane here, and it's like, if you can be that blunt with your emotions in a hostage situation, that really reaches levels of, we've gotten a little too comfortable, a little too kumbaya here for you to just be telling me you want sympathy woes. And it's like I can't really just sympathize when you have some kind of, uh, ulterior motive here. You know, like there's still that ulterior motive, you know, that sort of is just like lingering here, you know, like as if whatever your mission here is, seems like you're not letting up on that. So why the hell are we sitting here sympathizing? Why not we try to de-escalate some of these empty-handed results? You know, we want some results, empty-handed results. You know, I need some empty hands. You know, I need hands relaxed and set at place. Like this is a good time to practice that right now, right? So I'm like, that's what I'm trying to conversate with anyway, if we're going to conversate with something, you know. But the other logic here is the fear that sort of just kept a very valuable piece of information going on a little longer than it probably really had to. And the fear she had met with the fear they had. And, you know, it was just like really giving men. And a lot, you know, in the movie, I guess it's easy to just focus on just what the movie is showing. But I think that besides Tulsa, there's a whole other part of the movie that indicates how women take heartbreaks. And now you wonder why women hate men. You know, because I think that's the part of the logic. So you have the woman's point of view where, you know, she's obviously not sympathizing with him. She's always her, you know, she's like just, and in some ways they all seem to not really not be sympathetic with her in some ways, because like at the end of the day they didn't stick around to back her up or signify her situation and you know, try to support that there is an injustice here. They sort of just, one was not really giving a damn, you know, bluntly, you know, while the other one wasn't giving a damn in sort of like a sympathetic kind of way, you know, not really sympathetic, but in a way of protecting herself. She sort of just sort of like sat there like kiss ass, you know, sort of giving cowardly demeanor. So then you had the men involved. And so it's just like she's really dealing with a lot, and it just seems like the guy because see, it's the dude's pistol that's literally set the whole movie in place. It's that one scene there, his pistol, that set the scene for the rest of the movie. You know? And it's everything from him and from the male manager. It was just really giving the guy who played the loud music in her ear when she's obviously at home. There's that loud music being displayed and played. Then there's the guy asking her for money. Then she goes to work, and the guy is messing up her workload, and she's got to clean up after him. Then there's the guy in her ear, and then she goes, and then she gets pulled over, and the guy, you know, and then it's like, then there's the other guy, and then she goes back to work, and then there's that guy, and then it's his pistol that creates the rest of the drama. That's just making even more, you know, drama, more chaos. And then it's the guys arguing back and forth on the results, and then it's like, you know, it's just giving, you know, these guys create all this, and then, you know, because at the end results, you know, there's to create all of this and then be somewhere where men don't have to be there and face any of it every day with you. Wow, you know. But it definitely shows how, you know, but what's done in the dark comes to light.